it up. Our ley line's coming towards the middle of that 270. So yeah, start to set it up. We travel close, Frankie.
Yes.
Ready here?
Stand by.
Yep.
Stand by, pilot.
Pilot and standby.
Line and go keel.
You're coming down.
22 knots.
30. 20.
Tack it at 3.
10.
2. 1. Turn it here. On course, okay?
Okay. Yeah, still tack up a little bit. Still have to go. Not like radical, but a little one.
Opportunity.
Yeah.
Step I see Africa on the monitor there, which means we're probably looking at a different stage of this leg.
Yeah, still got a few hoops to jump through before we're out in the open ocean, but with Gibraltar pending, probably now is as good a time as any to start thinking about, what we're going to do when we go on the other side, so it's not a surprise. While we're doing a bit of straight line sailing, taking the opportunity to run a couple routes, and work on the game plan for once we get out of Gibraltar and start chasing down the boat in front.
So this is a waypoint you've probably seen a dozen times or more. But where does this upwind journey through the Med and strong westerly flow at Gibraltar stack up with things?
Kind of sucks, to be honest.
It's been a tough 48 hours.
No, it's been a pretty start to the leg, to be honest. Really strong conditions in the Enright Sea. We've seen up to 50 knots and more between the gradient and some of the breezes coming down the mountains or funneling around the point. It's been really quite strong conditions today. And all off the back of not a lot of sleep from the start of the leg. Obviously the first night was transitions and light patches, and then we've been thrust into some pretty strong breeze. Now we've got a good few hours of tacking up through Gibraltar against the current to contend with. So once we finally get on to starboard and start heading offshore, I'm sure everyone's going to be very happy. Okay, numbers building nicely. Should we go pilot?
Go pilot.
Okay, go pilot. Trying to come up a little bit.
You're on it.
Okay, yours? Certainly say we're in the final stages here in the Gibraltar Strait. Yeah, maybe another few hundred meters and we're technically in the Atlantic. Tarifa's pretty much due north now, so almost the end of this.
Just a few more zigzags to go.
Yeah, a bit more zigzagging up the coast just so we can get a good breeze and start heading west. But the horror show that there was in the Enright Sea is almost behind us. Hopefully the wind should be trending down from here. And yeah, excited to get back on bigger sails and start getting fast again.
I took the opportunity. Happily.
Five, four, three, two, one. Hold there.
I don't think this 2 is helping us. The 2 doesn't seem right. Okay.
Happy birthday. From Steve, especially from Harry, especially to the mom was doing the same. He was super happy to do it for you.
That's a lot of Haribo.
I know. Well, that's
Everyone knows you like
for
to
sharing.
eat. Yeah. I forgot to ask you earlier, Jack, but how old are you?
Baby.
Starts at 2. Yeah, obviously. 29.
It's unfortunate, yeah. 29?
32.
32. It's not possible. All right. We'll let you get back to work.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
How much grace is it?
14.
And we're back up to speed. The power of the Haribo.
Now we get it going.
All right, Charlie, what's the latest from on board Mama?
Well, the latest is this. We have survived the Med in Gibraltar. Not totally unscathed, but out. And at first we were blast reaching along and 20 plus, and now we're running downwind at 20 plus. Basically now we're halfway between Madeira and the Canaries, and the breeze is going to lift, which is actually good for us relative to our competition. We have Holcim down to our southwest, so we're kind of hoping that the rotation would wind us up and we'd jive and get a big chunk back. We have a little less time for that to happen now because a little wave has developed off the African coast. It's created a little bit more compression and it's now calling for an earlier jive. So, not good for us initially, perhaps, but does mean there'll be a lot more opportunities at the end just with the wind shadows and the Canaries, and then we'll end up a little closer to Africa and a dying breeze. So we've kept it close, certainly. We've been hammering away up here and looking for our opportunity to pounce.
Talk for a second about expectations. We tried to avoid that conversation in Alicante, but sitting here up front now, and the question changed at all. take it easy first leg, see where we fall, that kind of stuff? What's the mood like on board?
Oh, I think everybody's still confident in what we've been doing. Sailing against other boats is always an opportunity to learn. We're looking pretty strong in the Med. Fell into a little misfortune, but I think nobody's let them that get them down at all. Everybody's still pushing hard and feeling good, and it's not going perfectly right now at the top of the leaderboard, but it's close enough, and we've established a pretty good mode versus the rest of the fleet. So we just got to keep pushing. Isn't that always the case?